Morning, YouTube, and welcome to Donkey Kong 64 Randomizer Season 3, my 46th seed. But there's a twist to it. As you can see, it is currently a recording, and reason for that, there's no audio. I'll get into that in a little bit, but of course, just letting these play out. Why must the game be in a cave? I don't know why. Just have the start finish. With this being lanky, chunky, and just this absolute donkey start. But of course, introductions. Hello, I am Kickums. But of course, if that's a bit too much for you, you can just refer to me as Pyke, as PYK. Now, as I'm going through the start opener of the seed, I do want to emphasize that if you enjoy the content, do be sure to give the video a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Now, comments will very much be heavily appreciated for this video. Reason being is that the audio or commentary is actually a test run. You get hints right at the start. I generally only do it one page at a time. So, real quick explanation as to why there's no audio. The reason being is that between this seed and the previous seed, I took a 2-week break so that way I could really push having uh, content on the channel. Also because the laptop I'm using ran out of space. And during those 2 weeks off, I booted up the previous seed, well, seed number 45, and I turned off audio for emulation in that. So there's the explanation. There's I'm probably not going to talk too much about the hints because I kind of go through them fast. But like I said, comments for this video will be greatly appreciated, more so than other ones. I'm also just rewatching how I played the seed. I guess I will say the seed itself, it's definitely got a stinky moment in it, which I will get to at a later point. I've been burnt by jetpack too much, or well, to put this way, I've had it too much. To where whenever I get 3 banana medals in the starts, I am just like, okay, there's something off about the seed. Or I don't like it already. And of course, Castle is level 1, as expected, because surrounding is key too. It's more than likely just a Kasplat. Now, I will say my general route through Castle, well, after that accidental fall off, they say everyone gets one. It's a shame my burns are right there. Yeah, as I was saying, my routes through Castle is always dependent on the Kongs. I never do the same thing because, well, there's just different checks to do with all the Kongs. And the start doesn't exactly help with that, with Linky and Chunky getting stuck on a wall. And collecting CVs, because I generally go for a more full clear as opposed to just rush the fast stuff and stuff that's known. In case it wasn't obvious in previous videos, or well, playthroughs. And of course, I didn't see if there was a third Kong or not, so I was double checking. Continuing through castle. I guess I don't really have much to say since, well, I don't exactly have much to talk about. Rewatching how I played the seed. And also criticizing myself for doing things that a certain way type. Sorry about that. I guess I will say my general route through castle will be the same except for whenever I have donkey. Of course, hitting up all these sphere zeros. A pearl. I have to make mention of that's happening every now and then. And of course, a family vial. I realized, oh, it's a third melon, so I don't need it. And as you can see, I still only have 2 golden bananas when I need to get to Japes, which is a 5 golden banana count. So of course, I have to stay. Some cool little tech. Well, I I don't know which Kasplat that one is called, but I'm assuming that's one of the Undertaker ones. There's how many? I kind of don't have count. And of course, it's not exactly easy to get every time. In fact, some of the times you have to fight the camera because it flips on you. At least it does for me. I'm not sure if it does for anyone else. I probably let go of the B button a bit too early there. And I decided to attempt to go for the rainbow coin. Do I actually get it? I do not. So yeah, now I'm just going to leave that Cusplat behind. Granted, I also know that it was a rainbow coin. Hitting the other warps. Don't know why I didn't hit the 4 warp. And attempting to not need to go, well, attempted to not need to climb. Struggling to climb a ladder. Of course, I'm still staying because, well, I need 3 golden bananas and 2 keys, or in key 2, not 2 keys. I don't know where I got that from. Maybe because just placement of the words. Key 2, 2 keys. But that's beside the point. So 3, I'm still 2 away. I also figured, I'm going by. I'll hit that 2 warp. And one of the, well, the general term best cop on the force. Just stuck waiting until you got a clear. Or, you just attempt to go. And may or may not get caught. Oh, DK64 randomizer is fun. So yeah. Hey, it's a good thing I hit that 2 warp. It's a shame I don't actually. Wait, nope. I go back. I actually don't remember too much about the seed. So, attempt number 2 of getting past the cop. There's some mercy logic, but not for cops on the overworld. And of course, I get past after probably a couple minutes. And now I can get more golden bananas. Odds are pushing to 5, so that way I can go into Japes. I have 3. And of course, I can't buy it. I would have to go into Chunky's room, which I don't think I do. I'm pretty sure I just go into Linky's greenhouse. Wanted to make sure I hit that switch. Much to my surprise, it's also not key 2. So I'm pretty sure at this point, key 2 is on the castle roof dirt, which means you have to climb all the way up to the top castle. Oh, I guess I just come back for it. I must be thinking I can get Donkey now. But then I remembered, oh, it's 5 instead of 4. So go on ahead, laugh at me, call me an idiot. It's fine. I must remember that a golden banana at Isle's shop. Why else would I be going here? And of course, Lanky, having 9 coins, was able to pick it up. The question now arises, do I get Donkey in this initial Japes push? I may have, I may not have. We'll just have to wait and see. I mean, I do actually remember some stuff about the seed, but not everything. Ivan caught lying. Oh well. I am not a fan of the fireball enemies. I'm just gonna say that. You can't kill them with a gun. A very nice way to take them out. I don't know why I didn't touch the 1 warp when I went back for the chunky coins. I must think it's too far out of my way during this initial push. We're peeking the lowlands cages, specifically Diddy and Tiny's. See a banana fairy and golden banana. Stuff I theoretically shouldn't need. I mean, the banana fairy one on its own won't do much. I would need 3 others. So you can see so many banana medals. One thing I do know is that Donkey cannot be in Chunky's rainbow cage because you need Donkey to access Chunky's rainbow cage. Oh yeah, doing a little bit of out of logic slope climbing. And I get vine swinging out of logic. I'm pretty sure stand is actually also in this initial push, because I'm pretty sure that's the logic. I don't think you get tiny yet. Well, I'm pretty sure tiny is actually beyond level 3. So once again, just continue to push through Jace with some slow Kongs. I don't actually think they're slow. It's just they're not donkey. That's the only thing. I guess my Japes push is also different. And I spend the next minute. Well, I actually don't spend next minute trying to get that one for color bananas. Oh wait, I do. I just swap sides. So reward is some more colored bananas out of logic. That's something I've never noticed before. Oh, look at this, a Vines minigame. Good thing I have Vines. That I also got out of logic. Yeah, it seems as if slope climbing for most Kongs, if not all of them, well, like most Kongs, Tiny can just kick slide. Yeah, most for the other Kongs, it very much seems like the right side would be used for slope climbing. Very interesting. Wait, is this? Yeah, it's key 5. I was about to say, I'm pretty sure I saw the key 2 and castle surroundings hint, or that's what the hint said. Otherwise, I would be talking out of my butt. And somehow I missed the vine. Another pearl, and I can buy a Diddy here. So now, theoretically, things should speed up. I jumped back there to pick the Diddy cage, since I can pick both those. And now the helm hints, which is Tiny Donkey. So nothing too crazy. As of right now, no need for extra moves besides bongos and saxophone. So many medals. And once again, just a golden banana and a banana parry. Much like the Lowlands cage. Yeah, fun fact, you can splat by doing that. Just running out of options as to what I can do. Down to 2 Kasplats. Well, now 1 because I just took out the lower hive tunnel Kasplat. And I'm being mindful that stand has to be early. And speaking of sand, there it is. Won't be able to peek the bonus barrel doing that. Get the word that there's something on the hillside, which means it's well, it's just vines actually. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. The only nice thing about doing that James push is I got Diddy, which I'm pretty sure makes the rest of the castle climb a little bit faster. Not donkey faster, but still faster. Did a Diddy front flip there for fun. And to note, I basically had to wait for that Kasplat to be out of the way, just so I could go onwards. I know I can't do DD Ballroom yet. So, and of course, because I know the only House of Surroundings check left that I haven't done yet is Roof Dirt, I now venture off to do it. Cartwheeling every now and then. Or more, cartwheeling more than not cartwheeling. I small optimizations. And after 22 minutes, I have key 2. Now ready to go to the next level, which will be level 4. Or not level 3 via warp 4. Which is Galleon. Now, there is a Way of the Horde here that I don't know if I'll have access to or not yet. Oh, and I also get Tiny Kong. So all of a sudden, 4 Kongs under 45. If this were a race, then the believers for the family in 45 are looking pretty strong. But does that happen? I'm not going to say if it does or doesn't. Let's go and check out this Cavern's Alcove Kasplat. I think this Kasplat has a name, but I don't fully know if it does or not. Fun platforms, if I say so myself. As you can see, there are 2 potions. First is Strong Kong. Not sure what I can do with that. Basically, every Strong Kong check can be skipped with some degree of skill. But of course, there's also a Chunky potion. And it's this Rocket Barrel boost. So, I have 2 Weird Hordes I can do. I can do Diddy Top of Lighthouse and Diddy Ballroom. Now, if I want to, I could go and do Top of Lighthouse now. I guess if I have Blueprint, for whatever reason. I'm probably thinking I'll be getting more with tiny. Say my general thought process with blueprints is that just in general, don't pick it up unless you already have one at least type thing. Oh, and I leave without doing top of lighthouse. I sure hope that doesn't come back to bite me. But we'll see. I mean, it's not that bad, considering I'm about to go and do this way of the horde. But first, somewhere out of logic. Because it's fun to go out of logic in Donk. Trick, not exactly pleasant. In fact, I died. It's also very finicky. But I generally have a setup for it. Or, I think a setup. I think that time I jumped too early. Or I jumped before pressing the B button. I guess while I'm trying to do this out of logic, I will say that for future seeds, actually probably from the 50s onwards, is when I start doing commentary or optional. However, I'm not always talking. And well, as you can see, I make it up to top of Castle Lobby. And it's I do a bonus barrel because, of course, if it's fast, I'll do it and get a golden banana. And it's the 60. Probably my most played stealthy snoop. I just get it so often. It's very weird. So I am now one golden banana away from 13. Or well, two actually, sorry. Talking out of my butt over here. Yeah, two away from next sets of hints. Although I'm pretty sure I'm only here long enough to do Diddy Ballroom. It's about the only thing that's hinted. Yeah, I'm just going to do it. And maybe picking up some tinies along the way. Or well, tiny color bananas, I should say. This room actually, you have to move around if you don't have a guitar. It's normally just play guitar and boom, take out all the enemies. Knowing where the barrel is going to spawn very much helps. And Ballroom is a potion. What is the potion? Well, let's find out. After a big bug bash. It's only 4, so it's not that bad. I say that as I struggled to get the fly for a couple seconds. And then I presume to instantly swap the next two, or final two. And I have pineapple. Not at all what I was expecting, let me tell you. I figured first 3 levels was kind of screaming diving. I decided to go and check Isle's pineapple cage. That zinger ruined it. And it's a blueprint. I'm pretty sure I run to a minor roadblock here. Let's try and figure out, okay, where do I take pineapple? So I go back to Galleon. I open that up beforehand in case I get mini and maybe twirl. I don't know if I do or a Galleon lobby twirlless. Of course, I go to Galleon to do the get the Kasplat in the canon game. The question once again becomes, do I remember to do Top of Lighthouse? Well, I also collect colored bananas. Not to mention I get a Linky Blueprint as well. So I now go to Lighthouse side. The question once again becomes, do I do Top of Lighthouse? But I first go and pay a visit to the Kasplat referred to as Kevin. And well, Kevin wasn't that much of an issue. Hit the wharves. And I fly over to the duty switch on the K-Rool ship. And proceed to miss the switch for many tries. Well, 5 to be exact. And there's a white potion. Of course, seeing that, I've also been made aware of, by this point that unless that item is a golden banana, it goes away. So with the knowledge in mind, I go and I pick it up. And it's barrel throwing. Yeah, I mean, that's all there is to it. Of course, take a splat again. I think I finished in Chunky's seasick bay. Or to get colored bananas. Okay, so I leave. With that in mind, I actually wanted to say I forgot about the Top of Diddy Lighthouse check. And I just happened to have done it purely by chance. So it's a good thing I did. Because now I'm getting another Way of the Horde, which is the Japes Underground Kasplat. So break the barrel. So another blue file, which is Sprint. Whether or not that's needed, we shall see. I realized, oh, I have pineapple. That was junk, and now for a Kasplat, which is donkey. And just like that, I have all 5 Kongs, also referred to in the community as Vin Diesel %. I pick up the? Oh no, I think I kind of just got confused about my how it is pushed out. Immediately, I go and check this blast course. Now, interesting is I actually I had difficulty with earlier blast courses than later ones. So do this as a push to get color bananas and like some banana coins, and somehow I get another banana medal. I was given one too many rando seeds to where I'll always have a worried thought when I get banana medals. Not to mention, I also got hit with the newcomer special with season 3, which is your first seed that you play. There's more than likely something on Jetpack, or I'd say that's the beginner special. That's actually funny twirl. I'm pretty sure neither Twirl nor Stand will get hinted because, well, to get the vines from the dirts, you need Lengthy with Stand, Tiny with Twirl, or just Kickslide with Donkey. Getting real close with those pictures. Nonetheless, I was able to get a picture and have 13 golden bananas now. So, whenever I want to read my hints again, I can. And just like that, I have all the I use general mandatory training moves. And there's also oranges, which I'd say is utility. And I do some fun little tech, to where if you hit a switch and then go into a Trop and Scuff or Cranky, then the Kong's cage will stay open. It's only something I really do whenever two Kongs that are right next to each other have items that have an item that I'm just like, okay, I'll be fine getting that. First I go, I pick up the rainbow coin because it's nice to have cash. And because it's right next to a golden banana, it makes it, I'd say, a little more worth it. I actually decided if I want to get that Titty Blueprint. I choose not to. I guess once I do choose to get shops is very much up in the air. I do a double check with Tinies before I do a unique little trick with Lanky and Stand. So you can just scale that spot. And now for the next hints. Now this is where things gets interesting because there's a Jape Story's Helmet hint for 6-8 Chunky Tiny. Which is diving. Seeing that and also knowing that I have diving itself, so I take it to Galleon, because why not? Of course, seeing as I also have barrel throwing, I decided to do the cannon game. I guess in terms of individual checks, I should probably play more canon game in terms of practice. Eh, I guess speaking of that, I decided to not do it after trying to do it. Let's see if it comes back to bite me. First, finish off Chunky's medal. Did another banana medal. Although that one, I guess vanilla in the sense that you get banana medals on after collecting a 75 color bananas in vanilla game. Although it's 45 here. Not sure if that banana medal is exactly Galleon Chunky. Decide to push Donkey's medal as well. Or I guess just do it since I'm going along the path of Donkey CBs I can get. I'm just talking out of my butt again because I'm just doing this so that I can free the seal for later. I do only get one 5-pack there. Now that I think about it, do I do Linky on guard test? Better question is, how is my climbing lighthouse? Ah, well, it's less spectacular since I swapped to Diddy. It's a Donkey blueprint. Well, at the very least, I did get Donkey's banana medal. And I almost landed on top of the dirt. So sad. Oh well. And it's a vanilla rainbow coin. There's a little bit of a theme going on here with Galleon. Keyword little bit. So many banana medals. Make you think there's something on Jetpack. I guess I'm just picking up lanky CVs just so that I can use medals sooner or later. So I leave. Since, I ran out of checks to do. I now make the push to level 4. So, there is a helm for Donkey Tiny, and also, I'm pretty sure a Tiny and Chunky K rule. Yeah, that's actually one of the hints. And level 4 is Factory. So, of course, I can get in. My route through Factory is very much dependent on the hints. On how the hints go. If I know I need to go to production for something, I'll more than likely go to production first. If I'm not hints for anything for testing. I don't know if the route that I do is journalized by this point. But I run through testing, the shop, checks, and then I drop down storage on arcade, and from there I go to the shops. After going to the shops, I exit level, go back in, and then go production side. Just thinks to myself, I'm so rich. Donkey doesn't need that one coin. I wonder if it comes back to bite me. We'll see. But for now, buying some more golden bananas. So far, it hasn't. Not with 2 coin GBs. Not forget to mention there's also a tiny potion, which is Gorilla Gun. Very much needed for both Key 8 and Chunky K. Rool. Sorry about that. Say I had something in one of my eyes. Let's try and get it out. Fun little troll tech. Skip needs a backflip. Lo and behold, there's a potion that's locked behind balloon. So of course, once again, going out of logic. Well, after messing up the first or first attempt at doing it out of logic, needless to say, I get it the second time. It's crumbling Kosh. I'm pretty sure no minigames can stop me at this point, considering it's also a linky one, so I wouldn't have to worry about moves. I kind of have some difficulty with the Kremlin Kosh minigames, considering that I press A sometimes, but it doesn't fire the watermelon. Very much annoying. And I get peanuts. So interesting, as some would say. Of course, I keep in the back of my mind that that peanuts is out of logic, since I need balloon for that. Oh yeah, because I have peanuts, I choose to not get that 5-pack. I know you can peek the barrel from very far down with Lanky. I just choose not to, since, well, I'm climbing anyways to get the Diddy CVs. Oh my goodness! How am I having trouble with this fairy? I mean, somehow I was. Of course, do the counting game. Like I said, I'm a more thorough player than some of that rush is. So I take time to count to 16. Trying to go ever so slightly faster by doing ground pound cancels. And my reward is junk. I pick up 2 deity coins and then decide not to pick up any of the others. At this point, I think to myself, I'm rich. I'll pick up coins along the way, but I won't go out of my way. A trade. I make sure to get donkeys. Oh, and look at that, a key. I'm pretty sure that's key 4. I just get everything in there because why not? I peek the bonus barrel to see what it is. If it's a fast one, I do it. If not, then I'll just move on, get the key, and find a golden banana somewhere else. Now, Batsy Barrel Bandits, I also have had some trouble with. So I wonder if I actually go and land it first try. Okay. For some reason, I have an easier time with the faster ones and a harder time with the slower ones. It's very weird, let me tell you. Lo and behold, it's key 4. Finished off Donkey's Medal, get another rainbow coin. Just continuing to think to myself, I don't need to go out of my way for banana coins. And I gain access to arcade if I want to do it. A 3 GB shop. Wow. All of a sudden, my GB collecting is kind of picking up. Makes you wonder what final time I'm going to get. While I'm buying golden bananas, I will say this. For the initial 50 seeds, I'll give away that much. I actually played without audio. I mean, I had headphones it plugged in so that the game audio could be heard because I normally have the laptop on mute. But I never listened to the audio. The headphones I was using at the time were kind of bad. One had sound while the other didn't. So of course, whenever I needed to lanky matching game in Aztec, I would have to plug one in or put the one that I can hear to my ear. And get some hints. Galleon shops Diddy and Chunky. Testing area Diddy and Chunky. So now things are getting interesting. Or well, the puzzle is expanding. Also keep in mind of the previous hint of the fairy and the Thornvine barn being needed, which is slam locked. I need super for that. It's not something I'm worried about at this moment because I'm now going production side. Finished off the castle push. Of course, the old strats of peeking in. I must decide to get these smalls. hit the Diddy switch for a golden banana, and also the chunky, which is a purple vial. Wonder what that one is. Do some fun tech to where that involves a tag anywhere. Backflip, backflip with tiny, change over to chunky, and then from there, if you have you kick slide with tiny or you climb with lanky and stand, assuming you have both. That's his feather bow, which is needed logically to beat K. Rool. However, if you have oranges, you can use those instead. I'm not confident enough in my platforming to go fast there. Just take the lap around. Finish off Tiny's medal, which is another vanilla banana medal. Get Diddy's, which is a golden banana. Very nice to see. Take a couple tries to get that. Check out of logic. Take down this Kasplow with the pineapple. Whenever you see me pull out the fairy camera while also having the Kong's gun out, that happens because I try to put the Kong's gun away, but the game registers it as, oh, this he's wanting to take a picture of a fairy. Finish off Linkies, which is a blueprint. And then knock out the stuff at base of production, which is another GB. So of course, factory push is almost done. Now when I say Thornvine Barn Fairy being locked behind a super, I'm assuming, well I guess I shouldn't say, I'll give that away. I know I only need super for the fairy. This force is not level 7. I will give that much away. Normally I hit up the 1 warp after finishing testing. I just didn't do it for this one. Probably because I know I don't need that. I was going to get that there's also tiny dartboard as well, which needs mini. Don't know where mini is. So there's that page was interesting. Caves Candy having something for tiny that's needed, and then Caves Igloo having 2 potions, which is actually a bit of a concern considering well, my musical capabilities are kind of not great. With level 5 being caves. And 20 as well, which is well cheap than normal. Hence again. This is more of a sanity check. going through the hints again. That is a all japes hint pack. Despite knowing that I can do a Way of the Horde now in the Galleon melon crates, I choose not to do it. Why? I don't know. I guess probably because I have other stuff I want to do. Once again, I want to reiterate that I'm concerned about about Super's location, because of course there is a fairy that I need to get. It's something in the back of my mind, but I'm not that concerned at this point in time, since well, I'm still picking up golden bananas. I'm progressing. It's like, I'll worry about it later. It's fine. I suppose, being an hour in, I'll put a quick reminder here that if you haven't already and want to, do be sure to give the video a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Like I said, the comments will be of higher appreciation for this one to determine future seeds, whether or not I provide commentary for those. Because there will be stretches like this to where I'm not exactly talking. Most often I'll be speaking gibberish, which is for the seed itself. I have secrets enjoyments from hitting or popping that balloon while flying with Rocket Barrel. Now see that there is a tiny potion. Of course, knowing that's going to get it. Since it was hinted Way of the Horde. I'll just pick up the Linky blueprints because Linky already has a blueprint. And because of that, I'll pick it up. Like I said, my logic for blueprints, or what decides, is if the point in the seed and also if that Kong has a blueprint or not prior to this point. Get grape. That was most definitely unexpected. Some fun twirling to avoid going into the water. For some reason, Tiny had a lot of bananas at that point for her to slip off the platform. Cheeky little tech to where you can get that 5-pack without barrels. I fell down and I just decided to give up and continue along this way. It's not that bad considering I can just climb up it. It's a donkey potion at Cranky, which is the logically required baboon balloon. Which means I'm back in logic fully at this point. Or at least I should be. I'm not aware of any other out of logic things I can do. We'll see. I don't think I wanted to drop out of Rocket there, but it's fine. Just knock out this as well, or peek it. Do I get the color bananas here as well, or do I just? I do. Okay. No, actually, I probably am just gonna check the bonus. Once again, the mindset of if it's fast, I'll do it. If yeah, or if I don't mess up. Took longer than I would have liked, but hey, still faster than Kuiper. It's my next sets of hints. I guess, well, I'm pretty sure I only check the 9 and 10 packs when I have at least 50 golden bananas. So there's no potion in the Chunky Igloo Transparent, not on the Igloo Kasplat. And I see one in Tiny's Transparent Igloo. And it's also white. So I'm very much concerned. But I choose to not think about it too much and just leave. Remembering that I have the Melon Crates and Galleon to get. I somehow got hit while backflipping. I wonder if that's a DK64 lol moment. I never went to a shipyard site until this point, so I never knew if there was a cop or not. Sure, I also go and finish off Tiny's banana medal since I can do it now. I somehow get caught on the ship. Not sure how that happens. Another rainbow coin. Wow. Now I go to shipyard side. Hit these two switches on the way, because why not? Two quick checks, one you can get and one to peek. And all just random guitar gazump on Linky's Galleon medal. Not sure if that'll be useful or not. We'll see. Use on guard mainly for traversal. Moves faster underwater. and he's got a fairy with him. Well, 2 for that matter. So I pick up that one because I mean, it's just quick enough. And see a 3 banana metal shop. To note, there are only 40 of those in the game. And there is Hunky Chunky, the aforementioned Wath item. Let's pick up 2 more golden bananas. So, real quick check for endgame. I still need bongos, saxophone, key 7, monkey port, mini, and key 6. Also, potentially. Actually, no, I don't need anything else for Helm. I have both Donkey and Tiny's guns for Busy Barrel Barrage, and then I also have their individual moves. Twirl for Tiny's 2%, and then Donkey's Blast for that 2%. I think do I finish off the Galleon push? Or did I finish off the Shipyard push here? Oh look, orange throwing. Somehow it's in the first 3 levels. Shove these medals to get a pearl! Of course, I can't really use that until I get mini. There are 2 wild items that are known about, which is Thornvine Barn Fairy and Tiny Dartboard. Link blueprints, see that I have 2, and decide to pick that one up. See Tiny's is golden banana. And I decide to leave. I know I'm 1 golden banana short of 50, so I do this. I give this a shot with just a donkey first, and then if I mess up, I'll just do lanky. This is kind of a strat I want to try and implement more. Is especially during the start. So Allotree key 8, 5-door key 8, and then testing key 6. So I think to myself, okay, so key 6 is Tiny Dartboard, which is locked by Mini. And the question now becomes, where's Mini? Now, I do know that, as previously mentioned, Thorvine Barn is needed, specifically the ferry. And I'm also wondering, okay, where's just the placement of items? Just where are the slams? Because I only need 1. So getting the monkey port hint, which also tells me that, hey, I can get into level 7. Which is Aztec. Which may not at first seem the greatest, but keep in mind, I need a slam. And I don't have a slam at this point. I'm still looking for it. I also do quick checks. So that yeah. Of course, I'm still pushing for golden bananas. Somewhat. I'd say I consider this check fast enough since I'm going on this way. And it's also pushing towards Chunky's banana metal, which I do, of course, because, like I just said, I need a slam. And I think at this point, neither slam is hinted. So I'm doing just random checks, ones with stuff like Way of the Hordes or Woths tied to them, essentially path hints as well. I'm not exactly fully concerned about a slam casino yet. Reason being is that I still have stuff to do. I need bongos and saxophone. Okay. And also golden bananas. Gonna get the Chunky's golden banana here, and also the aforementioned Wath Diddy potion at Candies. I'm pretty sure this is monkey ports. It's either this or, well, actually, I think monkey port is the dirt, and I have saxophone. One less thing needed for key 8. That leaves me still with bongos and monkey port. Although, like I said, I am on my way to getting monkey ports. Trying to make that jump, but fail. I'm also kind of just probably at this point I'm deciding to not do ones. Oh, third melon once again. Womp womp. Very unfortunate since, well, that would have been very nice if it was a slam. And there's another potion. And this one is homing ammo. And I refuse to get it. Simply because I think to myself, I don't need homing ammo. I mean, homing ammo would be nice, but I don't exactly need it. It's utility, like stand, twirl, and oranges. Despite having Hunky, I choose to not actually take the Hunky barrel. In terms of actual combos, just including stuff like transformations, Chunky is the fastest with Hunky. I just don't think to do it at this point. I don't know why he even went Rocket Barrel if that's all he's doing. I could have just been rolling with Donkey. Peek him some coins along the way. Seven away from 64. On my way to get monkey ports. Still need to find bongos. Well, also I need to get key 7. Here I go, thinking I hit the 4 warp, but I didn't. At this point, I'm pretty sure I'm just mainly doing fast checks and also peeking ones that I may need to peek. I'm always weary of races, since it's also always possible that there's something on those. The first thing is just a golden banana. I go straight over to the 5 temple. I swap to Linky to cancel the race early. Start doing tiniest metal now for whatever reason. Do I attempt the peak strat? In case you know what I'm talking about, you can actually peak this fairy. I get tired of the zinger instantly and decide to take him out. I would need to see an actual video as to how it's done because I don't get the peak strats. Of course, I decided to give up. So I also think to myself, there's probably nothing there, considering that doesn't exactly seem like Mini's leading to anything. Also, I somehow missed the switch, which is also how Feather works. I guess it was Aztec Tiny. And now I make the push to Forest. The reason I went to Aztec before Forest was, of course, for the off chance of getting a slam. Because I need super for the fairy in the Thornvine Barn. Vanilla Fairy. And I managed to get a picture before it goes into Mach 5, whatever. Once again, I'm pretty sure I put off Millside for the off chance of needing to get a slam or getting a slam before going to Mills. It's always possible that there's just a slam there in Mills, but of course, it's not exactly likely. See a shop with 3 golden bananas, I go and pick the stuff up. You can't actually tell because I don't have my camera on, but to the left of the laptop I'm using to record, I have a Donkey Kong plush just staring at me. I always look, I kind of look over to it every now and then. Even now, as I'm talking about it, I'm looking at him. He's kind of got this smug grin going on. And check the bean for all you bean levers out there. Of course, see, that's nothing. I'm pretty certain at this point that key 7 is just on Kasplat or something in Mushroom Exterior. So from previous seed experiences, I had a slam that I needed to get beyond Mill's side when Mills was hinted. I don't know if Mills got a hint for this seed, which if it did, it would be for key 6 and tiny K roll. So of course, with past seed experience, I go and I check. I'm concerned about placements and everything. Did you know there was a dirt pile here? Or a dirt patch? In the vanilla game, it's low enough underneath the grass to where you wouldn't see it normally. Excuse me. Go and make it nighttime. Over to Dark Rafters. I'm now 2 golden bananas away. I still need, I assume, bongos, punch, mini, key 6, key 7. Despite junk I played the instrument anyways, to get the other item here. Of course, the camera decided to not be helpful and just mess with me. Thanks, camera. And then I just twirl over across. See, that's another golden banana. 63. I'm a 1 golden banana, bongos, mini, key 6, 7, and I think punch. I don't know if I've gotten punch yet or not. It's a little bit far away, I think. Rainbow coin. I found so many this seed. Never having money troubles in this one. And just like that, 64 golden bananas. I'm punch, bongos, keys 6 and 7, and mini away from go mode. I'm about to be 1 less item from go mode. On my way to get key 7 from Forest Mushroom Exterior, which I assume to be a Kasplat. Seeing another pearl. And there's key 7. I do the blast check here just to be on the safe side. Seeing that it's just junk, I leave. I wonder if I now remember that there's something in owl shape for key 8, which is probably my bongos. I look for the entrance to owl tree. I see it. Of course, I open it so that I can go there. Take out the splat, get bongos. I guess for the off chance that that was a punch. So now I go through my hints again. So I'm trying to figure out where a slam is. And my hints aren't exactly great, to say the very least. So, at this point, I have officially reached Slam Casino mode. Yay! And of course, seeing as just anyone in general, I make the push towards caves. Because I know there was a hint mentioned Igloo having 2 potions, and I saw one already. I also do Caves and Helm lobbies because there's also potion here. Which, wait, is that actually... I just punched, which was something I didn't need. So, it's a good thing I did that. So I was one less... Well, one less item from Casino. See, and I'm just... now I've officially reached Slam Casino. And I'm not exactly in a happy spot about it. Just taking time, going through all my hints, all the moves I have, just to see if any of these items is unresolved. And of course, to start my casino, I go to caves because, like I said, I have an unaccounted for potion and igloo. But of course, just I decided to do other stuff as well. Since, well, the slam is probably somewhere slightly locked. Now, every time I pause, there is the option so that I decide to leave. Question is, when do I leave? Well, I don't leave caves yet because I'm staying. And I decide to check Diddy's 5 igloo. You're seeing says that was... This is kind of random. I look at that again because I don't want to misinterpret it. And I get sorry right away. You can put the barrels down after picking it up. See what number it is. I generally do that just for fun. Having a DD count to 6. And it's a white file. And it's a slam. So just like that, I entered the Slam Casino as quickly as I left. I do a quick sanity check. Wait, do I? Okay, so at that point, I finally pieced it together. Oh, I can do all of the. I can do Fairy and Thornvine Barn and Tiny Dartboard theoretically. Well, more so Thornvine Barn. And I'm going to say this now. I'm pretty sure by this point, I realized the Galleon Shopson is talking about Strong Kong. For the longest time, I have expected it to be talking about Rocket Barrel. And of course, knowing that I can do Thornvine Barn, I immediately run over to do it. I mean, I can't do Tiny Dartboard yet. I don't have Mini. Okay, so what I was about to do is I was about to go and do a damage boost on that Thorn Wall, the one the same size as the Cusplat, because you can backflip and then do a tag anywhere thing. So where Donkey, Linky, and Chunky all can just reach the top of it before getting hit. And of course, knowing that I'm just in here long enough for the fairy, I don't bother to do any other check. It was a nice find for a slam. Sure, there's nothing bad will come of the that location. And I'm too close to the fairy. Get a picture, and it's mini, which means I can now do darts board. So key 6 is the only thing left I need before I can go to Helm, shut it down, get key 8, and fight Key Rule. Try to be cheeky with it by not climbing down with the ladder. As a camera, it's, well, climbing is very finicky. You know, with the poles and factory. So this is either key 6 or something that leads to key 6. I, of course, know, and I'll just say it now, it's key 6. I try to get cheeky with it. This was one of those checks I attempted to practice during the 2-week break I did. Lo and behold, key 6. I didn't even bother to check what that fairy is, because I know I don't need it. And I'm now off to Helm. Of course, thinking to myself, man, I got out of that Slam Casino quickly. It's very nice too. I don't know where the other one is at. And I also don't particularly care to know where it's at. I mean, I'll probably look after the seed. So I make my way to Helm, ready to stop K. Rule from blasting DK Alice to smithereens. 10-minute Helm, by the way. Of course, remember the order being Tiny, then Donkey. Take the Diddy rocket barrel. So I go, and I noticed, oh, there's a potion. This is a very interesting spot for it. See, diving to key 8. Who'da thunk? I swap over to Didi because Didi's the fastest swimmer. Although, if I was smart, I would actually use Chunky instead, because Chunky's got the biggest hitbox. So Chunky would have theoretically has an easier time than Diddy getting the coins. In terms of Kongs that swim, Diddy is the fastest, but by I think 0.5% faster than Linky, then Chunky, then Donkey, and Tiny. Whereas an unguard minigame. So yeah, this is also one of those minigames I should practice more. But of course, I'm aware of the slam in a helm. But that's not slam. I don't know what I'm saying. Or the white potion, I should say. Instead of going forwards, I just presume to go back, or decide to go back. Like I said, I need to practice the on guard minigame. And with that, Tiny's room is done. Of course, seeing as it's a white potion. Oh, I also get the cutscene skip. Nice. For a while there, I actually had some difficulty getting it. I mean, surely some, like, ammo bells or... Oh! That's, progressive slam. Well, that's, definitely, more troubling than it actually you would think it would be. Because... Well, I guess I'll say this now. So, slam logic. A hidden quirk about it is that if the slams don't directly lock each other, then neither one is going to get hinted. And this is with the mindset that also that all Kongs and I think all keys are assumed for slam logic. So the Diddy Igloo slam that I found was the only slam accessible. That is nasty. This seed had a borderline slam casino, literally. And I managed to escape it very early. If I did, if I left caves before doing that, the time might have actually been worse than it may be, than what it's going to be. So I'm very glad that I got the slam. Also, just for my mindset during the time, I had just been in the mindset of the entire scene that Key 6 and Tiny was probably talking about Rocket Barrel. Or I was assuming it was talking about Rocket Barrel. But of course it was talking about Slam, or Strong. And to be frank, barrels did not need to be Way of the Horde for that one. Also, I almost failed that minigame, but like I said, still faster than Kuiper. And 2 for 2 on cutscene skips. And I can't really say anything about it. The seed is almost done. I am now on my way to get Key 8 to fight K. Rool with Diddy Tiny Chunky. I get caught on the metal. And it's TK64 Rando Classic. Finishing with Tiny. Yeah, the either or logic for slams was basically, it was borderline impossible type thing. Try to be cheeky with Diddy by just having the rotating boomerang boxing gloves take not much time to get back and forth for him. When K. Rool throws is when he gets it back. The daily phase is probably my one I would still need some practice on. Of course, the seed is, as I've said, coming to an end. I just beat DDK Rool, or the DD phase of K. Rool, with only Chunky and Tiny to go. Still to this day, I'm actually very thankful I managed to get that slam when I did. And backflipping round one. Oh, and it goes wrong because I throw out the punch too early. But yeah, just coming back after a 2-week break, only to end up in a slam casino, not exactly great. Time to punch better this time. First hits on K. Rool with Chunky down. 2 more to go. A weird quirk to where if you ground pound after leaving the leaving Hungry Chunky, he's splat. Reminding K. Rool that he doesn't want these hands. Chunky. And now, third hits for Chunky, with only a tiny face to go. I backflipped once and twice. I like to view myself as a bit of a showman. Or entertainer, more so. It is now tiny. So, unfortunately, I won't cut to the 150. Or at least I don't think I will. I'm pretty sure a tiny face takes way too long. I know you can climb up a pole, make Tiny do push-ups, but I like to have some fun and just backflip when he's ground pounds. Also because it actually closer to the mini barrel. Don't have to worry about twirling or anything like that. Fun fact. Oh well, I actually maybe that's why I was not sub 150. It's because I didn't get the toes. Fun fact: you can use oranges to damage Kiro's toes. Oranges aren't in logic for it. I do a 360 before throwing an orange. Swag. Or I assume it's gonna be swag. I don't know. I'm trying to bring entertainments to basically a boring phase of K. Rool. Now, of course, it only works out if you get into the barrel as Tiny is descending from her backflip. One thing I like to do is, as shown there, if I have both feather and oranges, I launch 5 oranges and shoots 5 feathers. Well, I guess it'd be I start off with feather, I then do oranges, and then I go back to feather. To show some love. I do another 360. That's number 2. Oh, will I cut the sub 151? How to find out. It's gonna be close. And I do it. I'm pretty sure in races and things of the sorts, the timer would end when I shoot the toe. But I like to end once the screen fades to black. And with that, I barely cut the 151. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Once again, if you haven't already, do be sure to give the video a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. And as I previously said, comments for this video will basically have higher priority than other ones because this is a test run for whether or not I'll provide commentary for future episodes. Seeds 47 through 50 won't actually have commentary. Those will continue to be just gameplay. And then the 50s onwards will have commentary if that's what people want. Now I'm going to go drink some water and I'll let the credits roll.